So today we're doing top 5 things that a narcissist will say to you. This one is going to be a lot shorter than my other videos since a lot of people are asking me, well, I love your videos, Hayden, but 20 minutes is a little bit too long for me to be watching. Fair enough. So let's get straight into it. They will tell you, what else do you want from me? Now, essentially, they can't understand compassion and empathy, kind of like most normal people can. And this basically is them almost acknowledging the fact that they are doing something wrong, but they're not actually going to follow up on it or try to amend things. They are aware, trust me, they are 100% fully aware of what they are doing to you, and they have no intention of changing. So when they say something like this to you, this is basically them trying to at least manipulate into your head that you are doing something wrong, and actually what else could they give you? But I think that's pretty obvious if you are a fairly normal person and have all of those things are listed before. Next is, you are always right. This one is very similar to, why don't you just shut the fuck up and listen to me, because my opinion only matters and yours is invalid. Even if you are making very valid points, narcissists will not allow you to make valid points. What do I mean by this? Even if you are making a valid point at them or giving them reason and right for what you have done, they will then twist this into, you are always right, you never listen to me, you always talk over me, blah 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 blah. Now, you are always going to talk over someone that is telling you infactual information or deliberately trying to make you look bad for literally no reason. So of course you are going to move forward with this idea and say, well, actually that ain't true because, and then they'll be like, well, you're always right, aren't you? It's not that you're always right. They know that you're right and they hate the fact you are right. Narcissists hate this. They need to be right. They have no purpose if they are not 100% right all the time. They might even joke with you, especially if they're a woman, and say things like, women are always right and that's a fact, men are always wrong, blah 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 blah. You hear this one quite a lot. Now, a lot of people said in my last video that this is me becoming kind of like an incel or hating on women. I'm just going to let you know right now, if it is a relationship partner that has done this to you, there is plenty of people that do not act like this, and there are plenty of women that you can find in the world that aren't like this as well. Not every single one is, but a majority are, so you do have to be careful. Next is, what are you talking about? Or what do you mean? A lot of the time, they will always try to manipulate this situation by telling you, what do you mean by what you've just said? Now, this one is very interesting because you can always, as an opposer, question what the person means, specifically if they are being toxic or there's lack of context or manipulative context behind all of these different things. And at the end of the day, they're generally going to ask you what you are going on about to make you doubt what you are thinking or make you doubt your beliefs or purpose as a man. Or a woman, in fact. This is a very clever technique because this one always comes down to the fact that they quite literally want to get in your head and make you, as I say, doubt everything you believe. They can make you literally turn against your own beliefs just for the sake of them being happy. And trust me, they aren't happy. They will never be happy. The only thing they do is torture, torment, and abuse. Next one is, no one thinks like you. Again, this one is pretty amazing because this one matches up to the last one. No one thinks like you quite literally means nobody even thinks like you. Now, but what this means is they're trying to say that everyone else is normal and you are not fucking normal. They will often bring up the fact that you aren't doing things like a normal person or like a normal man, or maybe in your case, a normal woman. What does that even mean? Nobody in their own sense is completely normal or completely fucking screw loose. Does that make sense? I think so. But yeah, you're not completely insane. And when people like this say things like that, you're gonna be a bit upset because what do they mean by no one thinks like you? Of course, people think like you. It's why there are millions, if not billions of people that think exactly like you. So don't let them put you down. Don't let them turn against your own beliefs and your own mind and own thought. That's not fair. They have no right to do that, but they will attempt to because this is what they like to do. Break you down and hurt you in a relationship. Now, next is move on. Forget about it. What's wrong with you? Why can't you just move on? Now, this one is weird because if you're fresh out of a breakup, if you are normal, it is pretty hard for anyone to move on or anyone to actually get over a situation, specifically, as I say, if it's quite fresh. Now, why would they say move on, especially so quickly? There's always an excuse that they'll say oh, it took so long, I was crying throughout the relationship, he really hurt me and all this rubbish, and now I'm fine. They never moved on. They were never with you from the start. From the very beginning, they lied about who they was, they lied about what they were supposed to be doing, their personality, their characteristics, everything about them was was a lie. So you're probably wondering, move on, forget about it. Why are they saying this? Now they're saying this because they want you to unrationalize the whole breakup scenario or the issue that's happened at hand, because it overlooks their behavior and their abuse. If you can overlook their abuse and behavior, it means you'll stop thinking about them. You'll start to move on and grieve about it in your own way. The last thing they want you to be doing is exposing them for their behavior and their abusive personality traits. They've likely been abusing you from the very beginning, but started off very light, tested the waters with you, and then came at you with a full swing towards the end. Now, most relationships, unfortunately, some people last 10 years in a relationship with a narcissist, or 20 years before they end up breaking it off, because they realize they just can't be happy and they can't do anything to make the narcissist happy. Narcissists often go out and cheat. Narcissists often go out and do horrible things that will be to spite their partner, or do some vile, sadistic, sociopathic bullshit. Essentially, these are very bad people, and you need to avoid them. Now, these were the top 5 things that a narcissist can say to you, and in the next video, I'm going to be doing top 5 things that men can do to improve. Now, I was thinking of doing one for women, but every time I do that, it ends up turning into, you know nothing about women, and then they proceed to not call me a man, as if like they know what a man is, but they're a woman, so they don't contradict yourself. It's fucking stupid. Thank you. So yeah, at the minute, I'm still on the road to recovery. I'm still on the road to making myself a better person, and I think you guys should also join me on that journey and hopefully involve yourself with something pretty incredible along the way. So anyway, as I was saying, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon, and peace.